The Appellate Division First Department is now in session. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Appellate Division First Department's virtual admission ceremony. Ms. Guerrero, would you please proceed?
Thank you. May it please the court, good afternoon. I, Veronica Guerrero, counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness, am honored this afternoon to present to the court 40 applicants for admission to the bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each and every applicant here today. Accordingly, and on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant here this afternoon does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York. Therefore, I do hereby move for their admission.
Ms. Guerrero, in advance of today's ceremony, my colleagues and I have considered this very important motion to admit these candidates to the bar, and they've authorized me to grant the motion. So the motion is granted. As always, Ms. Guerrero, I ask that you please extend the sincerest thanks of the court to the members of the Committee on Character and Fitness for their work pro bono to ensure that all of these candidates do meet the very important requirements for admission to the bar of the state of New York. These committee members work pro bono, as I've said, without compensation, and we certainly appreciate their effort in continuing to ensure the smooth process of the smooth admissions process. So please extend the thanks of the court. The Deputy Clerk of the Court, Margaret Soa, will now administer the oath of office.
Good afternoon, Justice Renwick. Good afternoon, candidates. Candidates, please raise your right hand. I'll recite the oath in the form of a question. At the end, I'll ask you to unmute your mics and respond by saying, I do. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Attorney and Counselor at Law according to the best of your ability? Please unmute your mics and respond.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations, attorneys. You may lower your hand and please remute your microphone.
Congratulations indeed. Did you hear that? New attorneys. Well, on occasions as auspicious as these, one of the justices addresses the new attorneys, and this afternoon, that privilege falls to my esteemed colleague, Justice Manuel Mendez.
Thank you, Justice Renwick. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, attorneys. On behalf of the court, I want to congratulate the newly admitted attorneys and your loved ones, the family members and friends who have supported you emotionally and financially throughout this journey, and who have, hopefully, joined you in this virtual ceremony. Today is a very significant day for all of you, as it marks the end of a long journey filled with many stressful days and sleepless nights, and the beginning of a new one as members of the legal profession. You have proven to all that you have the basic and necessary skills, knowledge, and character to join the ranks of the legal profession. In law school, you learned to write and think like lawyers, and to analyze and argue logically all aspects of an issue. The lives you've lived up to now tell us that you have the requisite character and fitness for admission. However, membership in the bar requires more from you. With your admission, you gain the rights and privileges bestowed on members of the legal profession. But with those rights and privileges come certain duties and responsibilities you owe to the court, to yourselves, and to others, that, if you keep them, will help you have a long, rewarding, and successful career. Allow me to illustrate by sharing with you some of the advice that I received many years ago when, in this very courtroom that you see behind us, I took the same oath you are taking today. The law is an ever-changing profession, and the best lawyers are those who approach each day with the desire to gain a better understanding of the law and the world around them. To be relevant and useful to those you represent, you must educate yourselves day in and day out. You must learn to adapt to new situations and overcome new obstacles, as we are doing right now to work around the inability to meet in person because of the COVID pandemic. To stay current with new developments in the law, join and be active participants in bar associations and take advantage of all of the resources that they offer you. Remember that your most important asset is your reputation. Develop and establish a good reputation for professionalism and civility. In our desire to be zealous advocates, we sometimes lose sight of the fact that antagonism is not the same thing as effective advocacy. Remember that the most effective advocacy does not stem from posturing and tone, but from reasoning and a solid understanding of the substance of the issues at stake. We do our profession a disservice when we rely on bluster and contentiousness to make our point. You should strive to maintain an atmosphere of courtesy and civility and mutual respect in all legal proceedings. Never lose sight of the fact that your advocacy and negotiating skills can mean the difference between someone losing or retaining their home, their business, or their liberty. Whether you are representing a client on the most complicated civil matter, the most serious felony, or on a small claims matter, you must always represent that client with zeal to the best of your ability, never losing sight of the human element of the law, because the law is not just an abstract concept or topic for debate. It is a very real force that has significant impact on the individuals involved. As lawyers, you have an individual and collective responsibility for the health of the legal profession and society. Use your newly acquired clout as members of the legal profession to achieve outcomes that are just and that will benefit the profession and society. It is your duty to carry forward the best tradition of the legal profession, the tradition of serving others. Pro bono service, whether it be as counsel to a nonprofit institution, the representation of those with unpopular causes, or the indigent, is a long-standing, worthwhile tradition in our profession. Ours is a wonderful, noble profession, and lawyers are at their best when they use their skills in the service of others. This tradition of voluntary service by attorneys is ancient and honorable, and we will be looking to you for its continuance. In sum, continue educating yourself, develop a good reputation for civility, humanity, and competence, get involved in bar associations and in your communities, volunteer to serve others. Use your skills to achieve outcomes that are just and that will benefit the profession and society. If you follow this advice, I am sure you will have a long, satisfying legal career. On behalf of my colleagues on this court, I welcome you to the legal profession and wish you much success in your career in the practice of law. Congratulations. Justice Renwick, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Justice Mendez. Congratulations again to all of the new attorneys. Have a wonderful day. This admission ceremony is concluded and court is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you to all of the justices and to Ms. Soa. They log off, but the new attorney